Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Together with me, we have the gorgeous, fashionably Amy, my co-host, and it's good to see everyone here. We see the comments coming in already, and we are also on Clubhouse. So if you are, running out the door, you still want to catch this today's chat, and today is really a chat. We don't have slides. You can join us on Clubhouse. Just look for Fashionably Amy and just sit in. Okay, so I see a birthday actually. Happy birthday, Holly.
Oh,
You're getting your hair
Holly.
done. Oh my gosh, how awesome.
Yes, and I also want to shout out to Joanne. Oh, is it Joanne or Joanna? We're wearing the same lipstick today, me and Kat. I started wearing your lipstick today. Thank you so much. I love it so much. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Really good. It's really
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are new to our Luxury Live Show, this is the first time you're seeing our live stream. This is a weekly live stream that myself and Amy, we host alternatively on our channel. So this week's on mine, next week's on Amy's, and we cover all kinds of topics. Luxury, of course, so it can be any brand, any history topic, it can be any kind of mindset, which is actually what we're doing today. So make sure you subscribe. Okay, so I think you saw the thumbnail. It's May for me. It's the 1st of May here in Singapore. And in the States, I think it's gonna be May.
In a few hours.
So we thought, since we've been doing slides for the past 3 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, like lots of kind of heavy topics, thought today we do a chatty one. And since it's gonna be May already, we thought we'd revisit our luxury mindset video, which we did earlier in the year. We talked about things that we experienced, myself and Amy, in terms of our mindset, and especially going into this year, post-pandemic year. So it's a good time to revisit. It's 5 months in. It just went by like that.
I know.
It's so quick. I just, wow, cannot believe it's May. So I'm gonna let Amy take all of us through the topics, but let's also have a chat in the conversation, like in the chat. Tell us, what were your luxury mindset goals for 2021? What did you set for yourself? What's the word? Resolution, right? Resolution in the beginning of the year. What do you want to do? What do you want to change? Maybe put that in the comment section, the chat section, and then also tell us how you're doing right today. So as we talk through, we'll see your comments later. Okay, Amy, take us through it.
Okay, good. Thank you, Kat. Well, I think Kat didn't mention that, but she's also going to link our mindset video in case you guys have never seen it. We did it in early January. That's right after we came back from a 3-week break. I had to rewatch the whole video myself too, because I totally forgot. It's like already 5 months, well, 4 months ago. So we summarized let me summarize, I guess, a little bit. So we kind of came into the year, started the year's live show with sort of a lot of reflection of what had happened throughout 2020 and just our feelings in general. And I mentioned that, part of what influenced me in 2020 in terms of luxury behavior, there was a few factors. So FOMO was one of them, the fear of missing out, the guilt associated with wanting to buy, yet the pandemic, the whole situation was going on. So there was all these like kind of, it's like you want to do something, but you don't want to do something because you're just, there's some guilt associated with it. There's some past mistake associated with it. So I even brought up the example of, me buying my Houndstooth Mini. It was kind of like a struggle because I wanted it because I like the style, but I was like, not sure if I should have bought it because it's not like I can wear that bag. So FOMO was one. And then I mentioned price increase. Obviously, we're all very aware of all the price increases that happened, especially because they were much more significant in 2020. And I have to say, probably all of you too, even in the comment section, was telling us that price increases did influence your purchase decisions, even if maybe you could have waited, but you just decided to go ahead anyway. So that also influenced me, obviously. I think it influenced Kat a lot as well. One of my example, Lady Dior, trendy. Like there's just so many. And then there was self-justification, always just, you know, basically telling ourselves that, oh my gosh, maybe if I bought it because I'll need it in that occasion, or yeah, there's just a lot of like wanting something versus needing something. So that struggle between the want and the need. And then boredom. I think that's what Kat mentioned. Boredom and escapism for her was a big factor. So my resolutions I was hoping to achieve in 2021 was to only buy what I need. And I think so far I've been doing quite well. I know that I've been more focused on my Hermes journey, buying things that I truly loved so that I can maybe get offered my dream bag. So far, I feel like I'm doing really well. There isn't really anything, and maybe you guys can comment too, that I really feel like everything I am using, and I mean, I just revealed my shoes. That's the only thing I haven't used because that's pretty new. But aside from that, everything I've used, so I feel like I'm doing pretty well in that department. We mentioned Kat mentioned, I mentioned to not buy collectibles, not buy just to collect or just to have. And this year I don't think I've bought anything to just collect. I'm like really trying to look at my room and I really don't see anything. Even the headband is not a collectible. It's more like a really interesting item that you don't see often, because I know Chanel does headbands, but it's not like they do it all the time. And that specific one that I bought was very classic in a way. So seems pretty timeless. So I think I'm doing well. And to stick to my favorite brands, which I did, I think, pretty much, either Chanel and Hermes was, more because I'm exploring the brand and I'm really, really appreciating everything. I mean, appreciating the journey along the way and the quality and even like I'm pretty sure you guys might remember me mention that I feel good shopping there. I just feel like it's a different experience. Yeah, it's a more personal experience. I feel less stress compared to shopping at Chanel or LV. And I don't know if maybe it's because I have to make appointments because of COVID, but I feel like you just do get more of an undivided attention. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. And then last but not least, I said that I will not buy fast fashion, and that even for ready to wear, I better not buy unless I can visualize myself bringing that with me to travel. Because one of those feelings that I have whenever I travel is that I pack basically my life in a suitcase for, say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long that trip is. But I am so content and I feel like everything I wear or style or need during that week, I just feel so put together and I just feel like I have enough. And whatever ready to wear or clothes in general, actually clothes in general that I add, it better not be something that I already have. And so far I feel like I'm doing okay. Like I know I splurge on dresses all the time. And I'm saying that because as I'm saying that, I was actually just looking at the new self-portrait that got added on the website. And I'm like, oh, add to cart. Well, I added to cart, but I'm just waiting. And I pretty much added to my wish list and then watching it because I'm like, do I need another dress? Other than that, I feel like those goals, I feel like I've done pretty well so far. What do you think, Kat? Do you think I've been doing well
I
so
think
far?
you've been doing really well.
I
And
think
you know what?
so.
And I think what you also didn't mention, like when I mean in the video before, because that time we were also deciding, and you were deciding if you wanted to do a purge. Like it was
Yes.
so hard. It wasn't really a mindset that you wanted to, but you were like struggling. And I think
Yes.
where you are today, you did it. Like you let go of your Chanel pieces. Remember, you were like, I watched your vlog sale video. Like, I can't do this.
Actually, you're right. I totally did not mention this, but it's true. I was struggling so hard in that video because as I was even saying the words in that video, I was having a hard time because just thinking of, oh my gosh, letting go of some of the things in my collection because I was being such a hoarder. And I still am, but it's just that I really try to be objective and revise my collection from a point of view of duplicates or styles that serve the same purpose. Like if it's a going out bag, like a dinner bag, well, I have so many. Do I need all of them? So yeah, I'm so glad that well, you among all people who inspired me to do a vlog sale. And it took me a while though, right? Because that video we filmed in January, well, we went live in January. I think I did my vlog sale in March. So it still took me a couple months to really hunker down and really decide, okay, I'm just gonna let these things go, stop holding on to them. And it feels good. It's a
Yeah.
relief. It's a relief for myself. And some of the things I even sold to local subscribers. Hello, if you're watching. And even they were like, oh, you're gonna miss your item. And I do, I do, but at the same time, I also feel relieved because I have other things I want to achieve, and I already have the same style anyway. So it's really me holding on to another duplicate in a different fabric or color, whatever. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself, if I can say so.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like I was watching your vlog sale. I was like, oh my god, I don't know how she's gonna let go. But you have like
Yeah.
how many things do you have left? Let's say
Um,
10%, 20%.
I don't know percentage, but most bags went. I only have 2 bags left.
Wow.
2 LV bags left. The Sakpla and the Spring Street. And then I have one more Balmain jacket left that I want to let go. And then the rest is the more smaller items, like a couple earrings, and I have some clothes from Aritzia, which is a local brand. That's okay. Like if I can't sell those, I'll just consign it at one point. It's just that those are fall items, so I'll just wait till August to consign them. But yeah, it's a good portion. Like I'm pretty happy that most things are gone. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you for the sharing. And it's really good because I mean we're halfway through the year. We still have another halfway to go. So we'll do another check-in maybe, I don't know, November or when
Yeah.
we remember.
Yeah.
And hopefully by then you'll get your bag.
I know. Well, the thing is, like, it. If you think about it, it would be a good time to check in November because usually the sales, the sales come in June, and so usually like like at the Mattress Fashion, like those sites, the sales come in June, July, and then there's Black Friday in
Oh,
October. So we shall see how well we behave after those big sale months. So yeah, we should definitely come back and revisit this. But so far
definitely.
so good.
So far, so good. We hope that that all of you are also. I'm just scrolling through the comments as Amy is talking, and you're also sharing. So if you came in, we are doing the luxury mindset revisit, and we also want to hear from all of you if you had any resolutions for yourself during this year, and it's May or it's gonna be May. It's a good time to see, what are you doing? If you've fallen off the wagon, what are you doing to pick yourself up? You can also share that. We'll love to hear that. So yeah, okay, thank you. So maybe for me, it's about the same. I think I said for myself is, I am an emotional shopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm angry, I'm sad, my distraction is shopping. I would totally zone out and go buy stuff. it doesn't have to be luxury. It can just be even my favorite, which is makeup, and I'll just buy all crap kind of things. So I think for this year, yes, I have bought a lot of makeup, but it's cleared minded. Like I want to get certain things and I try. And if I really let loose, I think it would be much more. I think the boxes at the back of me would have been like this high, sky high. So I'm still working on the emotional shopping because it's only been a few months, right? It's still a really tough few months. I'm moving to a new place, and I'm away from family. So there are days that I am seriously just like scrolling on my phone, going, I could really use a blush. But it's managed. Okay, it's managed. And I also am kind of like converting my content a little bit. Like I'm putting more of what I actually also love, which is makeup. So if you follow my channel, you will see that I am doing a little bit more makeup videos. I do love still my luxury stuff, but I do want to share this part. So I think there's also a mix of that. Price increases. Okay, so I have totally like ignored price increases, and I think that's something that I learned from last year with my mini reissue. I could not be bothered anymore. Like, fine, do the price increase and let it be, because I cannot catch up. Really, it's too mentally draining. So I think I'm okay with in that department. Plus, there hasn't been anything that I want. So, which is also a good thing, because one of the mindset things that I wanted to set for myself is not to have a wish list this year. So when there is a wish list, I remember I said that I tend to chase for the wish list, and the chase becomes even more apparent when I hear there are things like there's a price increase, and like, oh no, I gotta get it now before that price increase because it's on my wish list. So this year or the past few months, I haven't wished for anything. I haven't said like, okay, I want to get, say a Chanel medium large. I'm wishing for that this year. And if I hear another price increase, I think I will go bonkers. Having said that, it doesn't mean I don't like want something very short term. Like if I saw Amy, your shoes, I like it. I was like, oh my God, I want it. So one thing that I've adopted in replacement of this no wish list is that if I want something and I can use it immediately, I would buy it. I don't even park that as a wish list. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get it. It's so much more refreshing than to be panicking if I'm gonna pay a higher price day after tomorrow. So I'm still working on that. There are some things when it comes to like my makeup and all, I still like, oh my God, I don't want to pay that extra $1. But I think I think it's better for me. My mind seems lighter. I'm not keep wishing. Sorry, let me start again. I'm not wishing for the next best thing. And then for collectibles, so I think I'm doing okay with this.
Yeah.
I did get my Doraemon. I mean, when I did that video, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to get it. But I got that as a gift. I think my husband watched the video and he probably saw me just like, just get it. So in a way, I have it. But, it doesn't feel so stressed. I didn't kill myself trying to
It's
get
an
that
exception
collectible.
when someone gets
Yeah,
it
it's an
for
exception,
you.
I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't count. So
But,
you did not break the rule.
I didn't break the rule. There were a few collections that came out, like the watercolor collection that LV came out. I actually really liked it. And I did sort of like, oh man, should I get this, like the small, like the mini pochette? Because I do collect the mini pochettes. But then I've actually sold everything except just one piece. So the mini pochette in the current By the Pool collection, and I think, did they come out with one more before that? Yeah, they had one. And I had that moment, like, oh, maybe I should get this, quite nice. And it was only sold out. But I had that moment of like, oh my God, I'm going to collect it. I'm going to collect it. So I caught myself for that. And I think, it's a work in progress. Because, it's a bit of a FOMO as well. Like you want to get it. Your fear of missing that luxury collectible item. But what happened last year, especially when I started to really enjoy fine jewelry and I revisited my collection, I realized when I looked at my entire collection, I had a lot of things that I was collecting for the sake of collecting that I know come 20 years or 10 years from now, I'm not going to use it. I just don't have the heart to use it. I treasure it too much. And I knew that that's so unhealthy because I was just collecting things for the sake of collecting. So that's something that I am working on. And I feel like so far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see. I mean, we still have like 7 months.
I know.
But it's a day by day, right? I mean, every time we see a new collection come out, it is, interest gets sparked, something really, liked or could be interesting, you could find in handy. There's so many possibilities. So, but I feel like one of the things that both of us share in common, especially this year, is that we have Hermes as our gate. Because everything I spend on at the moment, I always take a step back. I was like, okay, do I really want it? Or should I, don't spend this money on LV or, Chanel. Is there any nice earrings? No, maybe not. Because, I really want to try out something from Hermes, like their scarves. So I am diverting my funds there. I got my Birkin. I think from that video to now, I did get my Birkin. And am I working on another bag? Never say never. So I should be strategic, especially when I'm still exploring the brand. There are so many things that I bought there that I am very happy with. I have my shoes here, so let me this is my latest.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go next time I go in. I'm gonna ask for these shoes. I have to try them on. They look so good on you.
They look good. I did mention in my video that it is a bit thin here. So and a subby mentioned it, and I do feel it when I'm walking. But because I'm so used to the orans, I think it doesn't bother me. But I can imagine if you have not used the orans and this is the first time, you will feel like, oh my gosh, I can feel the stones under my feet. And then maybe you would feel that you can't walk very long. So because I'm so used to the orans, like I said, I wear them everywhere. Actually, I'm okay with it. Like maybe my foot is like so thick now that I don't feel anything. But in terms of heel, it is something that I'm not used to because it's higher.
Yeah, you have
but
to
I
do
feel
this.
like I feel I'm okay with walking. So really, you got to try it, and I personally really like it. So I took what you said, from that video. Once you get it, make sure you use it. So the next day, I took it out from the box because I know me. When I get something new, I tend to like, put it aside first. Like just look at it like, okay, and one day I'm going to use you, 2 months later. And you're like, why did I buy it now when I'm going to use it 2 months later? So I made a point when I took it out. I did the video very quick. No, I got it resold. I straight away did the video because I wanted to make sure it's clean. Like, if I want to show it on camera. But I took it out immediately. I put it outside and I wore it the next day. And it felt so good to immediately use the things. Yeah.
I think that is the main difference between, because it's not that we bought things that we didn't love last year. We did, but we were in such our own bubble, the bubble where you're like trying to be too protective and you want your things to look pristine. I mean, your things can still look pristine even if you wear them, as long as you wear them with care and you clean them afterwards. That's all you need. You don't even need to clean it. If you just inspect it, it looks okay, you just put it back. So it makes such a whole difference when you're actually enjoying what you bought right away. It doesn't feel like a waste. I think that kind of eliminated the guilt factor as well.
Correct.
There was so much guilt associated with owning something that you're not using. That is a huge I guess something that I never even thought about, that is contributing to the guilt, not just because I'm spending money, but also because I'm actually not using what I spent on, which is ridiculous if you think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did amazing. And your because you mentioned new interest, which is your jewelry. How are you feeling about that? I know that you
I need more.
me too. I mean, more. I love mine so far. But you're wearing everything all the time.
Yeah, I am. I'm making an effort to wear. Well, for my stack,
Yeah.
I wear it all the time. I do take out my JUC. I've been taking out my JUC a little bit more often because of my gym. When I teach
Oh,
certain classes, I
yeah.
think basically I just need to buy a new wristband. My wristbands are so loose. So every time I'm teaching, let's say like a boxing class, my JUC flies out, like they just start to hit my arm. So
Yeah.
I haven't, it's just a user issue. So I just need to fix that because I don't really like to take out my bracelets often because of the hinge. But other than that, I have been using my stuff. When I get certain things, like I just recently received, and this is not really like fine jewelry, but I recently received some earrings from Anna Luisa. I love them. Look at them.
They're
I'm
so
just
cute.
wearing them. I'm
Yeah.
wearing them, and I think with the whole work from home situation, when you can't wear your bags and all, I think this has made it so much easier to enjoy because you can wear your rings, you can wear your necklace. I'm definitely wearing it. When I get up from bed, I make sure that I have like a little tray by my vanity that I have a couple of rings, and after I put a little bit of moisturizer, I'll put a few rings, and I just suddenly feel like I'm ready for the day.
No.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain unless you understand fine jewelry or you understand jewelry in general. It's just something extra. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I haven't. Oh wait, have I?
Well, you
I
bought your
haven't.
Hermes bracelet. That I know that one you don't wear all the time.
Yeah, I don't wear all the time. That one is because I keep it like a, well, I do wear it. It's just I haven't been going out. And when I do go out, I make a point to wear it. So I will wear it on my left hand. And so far, yeah, almost every time I go out on a weekend, I do wear it. So, and I wear it to work. So I also wear it when I go to the office this few weeks. Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
Ayo,
I
it's
love
so
it so
bad.
much too. No, I keep looking. I'm like watching your video on repeat and going back to when you were showing your arm. I'm like, oh, it looks so nice. I need another one too.
Oh yeah. So anyway, so that's our little recap. I think both of us are doing okay. It's still a WIP, right? Because usually beginning of the year, usually we're quite strong. Usually it's when we are, the mindset is still pretty solid. We're on that train. It does get derailed sometimes towards mid-year. So we'll
do
come
you
back and check.
do you feel that you're like on the verge of derailing at all, or it's still?
That's a good question. Uh no, that which I think it's because of Hermes. I think
Mm.
because I am focused and I am committed to redirect my funds to Hermes, which if Hermes you're watching, thank you. I'm there. And the funny thing is that I actually went to LV a few days ago. Oh no, last week, and I bumped into my essay, and I was actually carrying my Birkin. So he was there, and there was another essay, and she was just showing me some bags and all that. Oh wait, no, it was last week. I think when we did our video
Yeah,
essay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
anyway, my
essay
essay,
did you bump into though? Your MS essay?
no, my LV essay,
Oh,
because
your
he
LV
wasn't supposed
essay.
to be working, and he was there and
Yeah.
all that. So they were showing me things, but maybe my face was so disinterested I love LV. Okay, I love LV. But they were bringing out, he was bringing out a bag and then showing me a jewelry piece because I think they saw this and they're like, I mean, do what a salesperson does, right? But I was like, yeah, I haven't been really looking at LV things. And then, and the other essay was like, yeah, you've been shopping elsewhere, is it? I was like, shopping else? Well, sort of, It's obvious, right? Like my face was everything they took out. They took out Speedy, they took out L wallet, they took out fine jewelry. They showed me some watches, and I was just like, yeah.
It's hard. I know what you mean because pre-COVID, right? Pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, whenever we were invited to say, kind of like a launch party or whatever, they usually try to, tell you about the new collection and show you new things.
Yeah.
And because, you want to go to the party to just be in the party, I guess, and to see, but it's not like you needed to buy anything. So whenever they show you so many things, you almost feel bad because you're like, well, I'm not that interested, but I'm looking at it because you're showing it to me, right? So.
Yeah. And I know we diverted a little bit, but my essay also sent me some photos like, the new launch is coming. I'm like, yeah, okay. So it is so bad. So, but in a way, it's good because it helps with what the mindset is right this year, because I'm not going everywhere. I'm not. I'm not spreading myself thin to buy everything and catch up with everything, because honestly, trends, and that's something that I've learned, like trying to catch up with the trends is impossible. Not that I was ever, but it is interesting. This new bag from Bottega, this new thing, this, that. There is so much. So right now, I just feel like I'm on one road. Maybe it's boring for a lot of people, but for me, I feel like I'm focused. I'm on one road, and on this one road, there are a lot of things to see. There are a lot of flowers to take a look at, right? There are some shoes, there are watches, there's some ready to wear. Granted, Hermes is a more matured brand. They've got a certain style, so you need to pick and choose what is suitable. But it's still not bad. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think to cap it off, one thing that this proved, the behavior of not being interested when your LV essay was showing you, is that it really proves that you are focused and that you succeeded in your goals. It feels more grounded to truly you only really bought things that you absolutely needed, loved, appreciated, and that, yeah, exactly, you're not looking everywhere, and that so far you're doing really great. I think that was the ultimate proof that even shown in front of you, and in front with your own essay, who is a nice essay, that you still didn't budge.
I'm like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, even with your makeup, because I was, I do watch your makeup hauls too. You had one really big makeup haul, or just haul video. Yeah. But even then, I was like thinking all those things, they were not bad. For someone who loves makeup, that's not a lot of makeup, honestly.
True.
You bought one blush from Hermes. It's not that bad. You tried one blush. You could easily have bought 3, 4, but you bought one. It's fine. You're doing fine.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go into the comment section. We'll pull out some of your resolutions. I'm sure I think there are a lot of comments coming in. Some of the things, and remember, if you are new, put a bunch of question marks at the front. It doesn't have to be mindset. It can be any kind of questions. Just put a bunch of questions at the front, and then they'll help me pull it forward. Okay, thank you, Clara. Yes, the housekeeping from Clara.
Yes, thank you. Extraordinaire house moderator and friend.
Okay, right. Okay, so that's one from Just. Is that the resolution is to use the bags I bought in 2020. Yes, I still have like. Oh, you know what? I just forgot to say about my caramel bag. I did buy a caramel bag. I did. But that's kind of like strategic.
But you also don't have a mini, right?
I don't.
Yeah. And because I remember your struggle, you really, you were kind of like on and off, and plus they didn't have stock until like the very last minute, but you really love that color and it looks great on you.
Yeah, I love it. I think the one that makes me feel uncomfortable is my mini reissue. Actually, I really love it. Like I when I used it and I took it out to play, I actually thought, wow, what a great bag, because two handle double handle, and it's small and it's nice. But it makes me feel a little uncomfortable because I knew I purchased that because of our price increase. It's in the back of my head, and who knows, maybe when I start using it, I don't have it with me, but when I start using it, that will go away. But right now, because I'm not, yeah, it's bugging me a little bit.
Yeah, but that was in the past. In
We don't do
2021,
we don't do things like that anymore.
yeah, 2021, you're still good.
Okay, I'm back happy. I resolved to focus on using the bags I've accumulated so far and not buy anything new, especially anything outside my wish list. So far, so good. Haven't bought anything luxury until now. Ooh, well
Wow,
done.
you have really good self-control. I still look around. I'm like, oh, that dress is really nice. That bodysuit is really nice.
Okay, Kobe girl resolution: reaching purse piece.
Wow.
Gotta sell before I buy. Progress. What purse piece? Is there such a thing? No.
Temporary sometimes, yes. I feel like there is purse piece for short periods, bouts of times. I do feel that way myself too. But it's never gonna be forever. That's my opinion. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
That's a good point.
I feel like it's
Never forever.
impossible. Yeah, it's not forever. But it can be for a short while. And then you can enjoy yourself during that short while.
Okay, Clara, Amy, I feel this year was a jewelry year for you. What made you decide to make the move to jewelry? Congrats on all the beautiful Cartier pieces.
Hello, Clara. I'm just kidding. No, seriously, no. You, Kat. Oh my gosh, Isabel. Yeah, this style was really okay. I have to say that I've always admired your stack, Kat's stack, except that the thickness of your jewelry, I've tried it. I remember I told you even because you recommended me to try the cuff even, and I tried it and I tried the regular size, and I guess I was not aware that the thin size existed. And if it did, I think maybe they didn't have a size like the 15 and the those smaller circumferences. So I kind of just tried it. Never really felt like it was made for my. It was made. Never really had the feeling that it the vision that I wanted to look on my arm until I saw Isabel, who she has the thinner versions, and I'm like thinking, wait a minute, maybe that's the answer to my problem. Like, why can I never find a bracelet that fits me, the bangle especially? But of course, with pandemic year, the whole year was, you're not supposed to go out. There was a lockdown for a few months, so that also delayed the whole year. I just didn't shop at. Just never even thought about going to Cartier, and then of course this year. But I was like, no, I need to at least go try it. I need to at least. So I eventually made an appointment. I made it in March, and because here in Vancouver, you have to make your appointments well ahead of time. It's like at least a month or two ahead of time. That's how booked up their appointments. They're not taking that many appointments either, and they have reduced hours. So finally I went in, and I feel like I've done with that amount of time in between, I've done enough watching of reviews and visualize how it looks on me, and I feel like it just all happened at the same time just because I've been wanting it so long for so much for so long. So it just feels like it happened all of a sudden, but I have been thinking about it. Yeah, ever since we spoke, ever since you told me to go try on the cuffs, maybe because I wanted to be able to remove my bracelet. So this bracelet I don't really remove, but I do remove it like once a week, for example. Just sometimes it just really bugs me to let's say maybe you know what, the only thing that really bugs me is when I'm cooking a big storm. If it's like just, yeah, if it's like really is light cooking, I don't mind it. But if it's like cooking a big storm and you're constantly like, even the utensils that are longer, and as you hold it, it kind of clings onto your bracelet or whatever counter you're on or whatever. Sometimes when you're really cooking, you're not really paying attention as to how you move your arms. And sometimes because of, you know, something's cooking really fast, you gotta get to it. You don't really think about it. So that's when I get a bit annoyed. So I think actually with your idea of putting a bracelet wristband would actually really like solve the problem, honestly, because then it won't touch any metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it. Nike suits us.
Yeah, I know.
Nike
I
is
was
the
just
thin
at
one.
Nike yesterday. I should have looked at it. It's okay. Next time. I don't usually cook up a big storm, so it's fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I see some more. Oh, I see one from Maria's here. Okay, 2021 achieved one in, one out on bags by selling. Bought last chance Hermes vintage pieces.
Wow.
Yes, we saw a few of your bags. Congratulations.
Mhm.
This one in, one out is, you know, I strive to do it, but it's hard. It's hard.
It's actually I used to do that, and then of course I didn't do that for a while. That's when I started hoarding. Yeah, it's really hard because once it's part of your core collection, how do you get anything out? How do you sell anything?
So we have a theory, right? We have a theory that, you know, you need to have a certain number of bags.
Yes.
And then you need in that set of bags, you know, whatever number for you, right? You need to have a few bags that are sort of like we call them like a control items.
Yeah.
Where if you have a bag, default always like, okay, I think you're up again. You're up again for sale. So there you're like, you know, to manage the size of your collection, you need a few of those bags that will eventually leave your collection if necessary. So you can't have too little.
Which actually brings to another good point. Use your items. The more you use your items, then the really, really old and really, really used and almost damaged item, then you can sort of just let that one go and then replace it with some. Yeah, that's why you need to use your items.
I actually have 2 retired bags in my collection, but I consider as part of my collection, which is my Speedy 25 and my Palermo from LV. They were like my first bags almost 15 years ago. They're retired. I don't really use them. So they're like sort of like, okay, I'll consider you as a number, but I actually don't use them anymore. They are so used.
Yeah.
So it means I can get another bag.
You can.
Okay, Ella, my Lux journey began this year with with major hauls. Glad I found Amy, Kat, and Isabel too with their mindful shopping mindset that helped me step on my brakes a little.
Yes.
We're trying as well. Okay, we are trying.
I know.
Isabel is really good. She's got her foot on the brakes all the time. I was just like, you know, sort of like sliding to the to the accelerator, like.
I think it's everyone's struggle because no matter how composed you might look on the outside, I'm sure all of us are going crazy inside. It's like, oh, I really want it. Okay, no, wait. I'll be patient. No, I really want it. It's like this constant.
But outside is like, but inside like, oh my god.
It's a fine balance of also just keep yourself busy with other things, you know, other hobbies.
Other hobbies. Gemma Babe. Bought my first LV item today. Congratulations. A key
Yes.
pouch in Dame Bin. Second Lux item ever. Getting a pair of LV earrings next month. Nothing until 2023. Saving to surprise my mom with a cruise next year. Oh, it's so
Oh.
sweet. Wow.
Well, that is the ultimate luxury.
That is.
Travel. I mean, I can't
Now.
wait.
Okay, Maria's asking our lipstick. The quality is
Right.
good actually. I don't know how to pronounce it.
The color?
Yeah, the color.
The color, let me think. Let me see. Satine Corail Aqua. It's just coral, aqua coral. Aqua, I guess aqua is like this color. The kind of the what is this color called?
Turquoise.
Yeah.
Like a Tiffany blue. It's like a
Yeah,
Tiffany. It's like a Tiffany
yeah.
green blue.
And it's like a satin finish. I want to say because I actually had dry lips today. So the satin finish is not as moisturizing as like the other lipsticks that I was wearing before. Because I have the lip oil from Merit, and that one is really, really moisturizing. So when your lips are not dry, then this will glide. I mean, it still glides really beautifully. It's just that today my lips were dry, so um I felt like it doesn't look as smooth as I want it to be. But that's only because of me, because I had dry lips today. I should have exfoliated first. But yeah, this color is just absolutely
It's
like
incredible.
blows my mind beautiful. Because I'm on this crappy webcam and it still looks so true to color. It brightens the whole screen, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
all you see is the lips on the screen. No,
Everybody, go and get it. Go and get it. Limited edition.
Yes, it's such a beautiful color. But actually, once it's on your lips, even though I said that my lips were dry, it actually feels very, very comfortable. Like, it doesn't feel like it's drying my lips at all. It's actually really comfortable. So,
Yeah, I can't stop looking at my lips.
yeah, but I mean, you love makeup and you probably tried tons of different brands of lipstick. How would you rate it compared to
This formula? It's okay. It's in that's I did one video saying that how the Hermes lipsticks are. They are lipsticks. They're just there's nothing revolutionary about their formula. It's just a lipstick formula.
Yeah.
But it's not on the dry side. So
Mhm.
there are some lipsticks where you put it on, it feels hydrating, but then a few hours later, it sort of like sucks the life out of your lips. In fact,
Right.
your lips are drier than how you started. For this lipstick, no, it's a good formula, meaning it is a hydrating formula.
Yeah, I do
but
feel it's hydrating.
It's not like the kind of hydration where it actually heals your lips. It's just hydrating. Then in terms of the color, okay. So the only thing that I feel like the lipsticks have is the color. All the Hermes lipsticks that I've had so far, just like their handbags, the undertone is they just get it right.
Perfection,
They get it
yeah.
right. I have maybe I'll grab it later, but I have the orange, like their actual orange void. It's orange, just like the handbag. I mean, sorry, like the box. But it looks so good on the lips. I swear. How can you make an orange lipstick look good? Hermes orange lipstick looks damn good.
Exactly.
So, their formula is just, it's a good quality formula. It's not a drugstore cheapo brand where it feels hydrating but actually kills your lips because there's tons of alcohol. No. But is it revolutionary? Is it like mind blowing? Nah, that's not. It's just okay. So.
Yeah. I think you said it right. It's like it's not the most groundbreaking formula,
Innovative at all.
but in terms of the variety of vibrancy and color, it's no, I haven't had any other lipstick before this. I don't have a lot of lipsticks, but this is like my favorite color now.
Really?
Literally. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm back happy. Among your resolutions, which one do you find surprisingly easy to follow, and which do you find particularly hard to do?
I can tell you that to not duplicate is hard for me. For certain things, maybe easier for handbags just because they cost so much. But buying a dress, a few $100s, not that bad. So that is hard for me. I'm still looking, on the Zara app. I haven't bought anything from Zara yet, but like I'm still looking because they have cute stuff. And I'm still subscribed to my favorite shopping places. So whenever they have new stuff, they send me newsletter. I look at them. I didn't act upon them yet, but I look at them. So that is the harder one for me because I always like looking, and it's also part of my research, just knowing the new collection and stuff. Maybe the easy one for me is to buy what I need. That one's actually quite easy. It's refreshing to like be able to just decide on the spot. I'm like, do I need this, or do I not have something like this already that I want to use right away? Then I buy it if I don't have it and I need it, and I just wait if I don't. Like, I have tons of belts. Okay, I don't need to buy a belt. that was pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, awesome. I think for me, the easy one to do is the no wish list. I think that's easy. Like, I just try to not even think of wanting the next thing. And that's also tied to the Hermes journey. Like, it's so closely related because by having that road, I naturally don't wish for anything else. So I think that was quite easy to do. The hard thing to do for me is the emotional shopping. I think this is something that I have been, it's all my life. I can't just fix it in a few months. Emotional, not in terms of like angry emotion. It's more of like I'm bored. I'm bored. I need something. I need to pick me up. Or when I'm a little upset, then I do a little shopping. And maybe like your Zara stuff. For me, it's like I'm on Sephora app.
Yeah. Because those are so easy.
So easy, like a quick pick me up.
Yeah.
So that is hard. Okay, that is hard for me. I admit that I struggle. And when I just, I'm just at my peak of struggling, I just say, just buy one. Get it out of my system, which is already considered really good because if I'm in it, I'll buy like 5-6 things at one go. And I'm like, yes, I've got a whole stack coming. But now it's just like, okay, fine, I'll buy it because I'm going to use it. So yeah, that one is really tough. Okay, camera is blur. Hang on, is our camera blur?
No, you're fine. Okay. Really?
Amy.
I think
it could be the internet connection. So
yeah. It's because I'm on I'm on Wi-Fi, and then also everyone, it's the evening here. My husband's probably playing games. My teenager is also playing games, so everyone's using up the bandwidth. So I'm so sorry.
I'm not gonna hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so Viv's got a recommendation for Amy. If you're still keen on the Hermes XS bracelets, can check out to place an order from France via your essay. I just did for my 13.5 cm wrist. So excited, waiting for my CDC to come.
I want you to come back to our live show and comment and let us know how your extra small size bracelet feels on your, because I would be ecstatic too. I'm pretty sure my essay told me that the XS does exist, except that it's very rare, he said, and probably the only place that would have them in stock is Asia. So I know it exists. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Okay,
there are so many things I still want from Hermes. So the bracelet can still wait because I just got this and I'm still, you know, like I said, getting used to having it and thinking if I need another one. So stay tuned.
I also tried one of the sample perfumes from Hermes, um, Rose Ekibana or something. Oh man, I really like it. I need to. It's expensive, huh? Hermes perfume's not cheap, huh? Quite expensive. Okay, it's one of the high end ones also. So we'll see. Clara, I've cut down so many on Chanel, so much on Chanel this year. Other than maybe one pair of earrings and a jacket earlier this year, I've somehow been able to avoid splurging there. Yes, because
Mm,
you love Chanel as well. Clara is also a
yeah.
huge, huge, long time Chanel fan. So well done. Okay, let's go on from Miss B. Agree about emotional shopping. Have made effort not to do as much and to only add things that suit my life at this moment and enjoy what I have before the next chase. Yeah, exactly.
I'm so happy that all of us are doing so well.
I
Is it
know.
is it is it because 2020 happened and we had this roller coaster emotion and just, you know, of all the live events and just guilt that made us all do so good this year? Do you think?
Maybe last year was just so, up and down. Some maybe
Yeah.
spent too little, and then now this year they're just like, going back up. Or maybe some people just overspend like me, and now this year we're like, okay, let's chill a little bit. Could be. And I think also last year a lot of us reflected. Like we really, really reflected.
Hmm.
And whether it was last year itself or maybe coming to this year, so sort of being more grounded. Shanna's asking me, how is your mini in caramel? Do you intend to sell it? Who knows, babe? Who knows? No, I don't intend to sell it. I actually really, really like it. That color. I love brown. Clara doesn't like brown, but I actually love brown. My Birkin is in brown or gold, and I really, really like that caramel color. So I don't intend to sell it. But if I do, you all know.
It will fly off the shelf. Literally.
Yeah, I think it'll fly
It'll,
off the shelf.
it'll fly off the shelf within maybe 1 minute.
Yeah, but
Like
I think I'm
literally,
gonna
it's
put.
so.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I believe. Kat, I emotional shop too. What has helped you the most? Has your Hermes journey helped or hurt it? Amy, has your love for Chanel changed at all since starting your Hermes journey? Oh, okay. I'll let Amy go first. What do you think? Your
Has my
call.
love changed? I I want to say no because I feel like if my love for Chanel changed, then I wouldn't still love my collection so much and whatever all the stuff that I own from Chanel. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I still love wearing my earrings. I still love wearing my bags. In fact, those are the only bags I'm wearing right now because I don't have an Hermes bag. Um, Maybe what has changed is that I used to never comprehend like all the stuff that you can buy from Hermes. Like, why buy it there when I mean everyone has shoes, everyone has scarves. Why do you need to buy the Hermes one, right? And I know part of the reason is because you need to do the pre-span, yes. But it's also, like I said earlier, it's a whole different experience. And I am actually using everything I bought. And while I'm using it, I actually feel really happy using them too. One of the uh, most significant example that you can never see because it's my blanket. I use it every night, every night that it's cold enough for me to use it. And I don't know why. I sleep much better even just because the blanket's on it's on me. It's kind of silly, but you just feel good that you are actually using your items. Like I said earlier, it removes the whole guilt factor and it actually makes you feel proud that you're actually not just buying for buying, you're buying for using because you need it. Um, and my whole appreciation for the quality and the just the experience so far has been nothing but positive. So I don't have a change of love for Chanel, although I have slowed down for obvious reasons because I can't spend on both sides at the same time. But I will never say no to something that is irresistible. Like the next collection that's coming up. I mean, I always have my eye on things already. I'm always on IG. Whenever they post the new stuff, I'll have my eye on it already. And it will be, it might be a struggle for me to not add it, perhaps. Because I still love Chanel. So yeah, it hasn't changed. No. What about you?
Okay, so I'll answer yours as well. But for me, I think what has helped me the most is knowing that I already have so much
Mm.
and actually physically stopping myself. I think there's not that. I mean, Hermes journey aside, like because when I'm emotional shopping, nothing else like nothing really matters. I could be on a Hermes journey, I can be on a Chanel journey, but when you're emotional, you're emotional. So I'm bored. I'm like, I couldn't be bothered. Nothing gets through my head. But I think what helps me the most is I am aware that I'm an emotional shopper, that I am aware that at this moment I am on a Sephora app or a Selfridges app. I am buying because I am bored, emotional, angry, or upset. Because I think knowing that, I mean, having that awareness holds me back, and not pressing payment is a physical thing. Like, stop it and go. And I think it gets better and better. It gets better and better. And I'm much better at doing it now. So no journey helps me. It's just me, myself, being aware and physically stopping myself. Which is why I said it's actually hard, because you have to know, you're an emotional shopper. Yeah, and you have to want to stop lah. So I'll also answer this, but from an LV perspective, I have to admit that I no longer love a lot of things from LV. I think a lot of the new collections that they've come out with, which is surprising, I am not in it anymore. I still love the classic pieces. Like I look at Neverfull, I like it and all, but I think the new collections and the new bags and the new stuff that they're coming out with, it lacks the luxury quality for the luxury price that I'm paying. I hate to admit it, but after, oh my God, I felt like I'm turning into some kind of Hermes freak. But after getting my bag like properly from the store, trying out the shoes, trying out the shirts, trying everything, it really, really is miles apart. Okay, miles apart. The the attention to detail, I don't know. Anyway, it's just miles apart. So I just feel like my eyes are a little bit more open when I look at LV things. I am more aware that it's trendy. It's made very mass like, and there is a slight decrease in love.
That's very honest.
You better not be watching this. But there are still things I like, okay? It's just that if they keep going on this train of just excessive trendiness, it is going to turn me.
I have to agree with you, but only because of the quality issue, like you're saying. I think we have mentioned this many times on this live, is that when it comes to buying the luxury houses, most luxury houses now, especially because we both talk about Chanel and LV a lot, that we come across those issues more often because we love those brands. It's one of those things where you can't just buy blindly. blindly meaning you can't just think of buying something and just trust that it's the quality and everything is going to be fine. You have to actually inspect it. It's something that I've gotten used to already. I already do that. So I guess I didn't really answer this question in this from this perspective. I wasn't really thinking of that. I was more thinking about the actual brand, like, you know, if you look at their collection, their runway, the stuff that they still put out, I still like everything. But in terms of acquiring a certain piece, yeah, the quality can be a deterrent sometimes. So yeah, I feel like it's maybe it has more to do with, like you said, mass production because of you know, really efficient marketing and also
Efficient marketing.
and also the fact that everyone loves the brands now. Like there is the whole social media factor as well. We all influence each other for liking certain pieces, the trendy pieces, the new it item. There's all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to be more practical now. Okay, Lydian's asking me, will you buy the Hermes jewelry tray then? Yes, I want it, but it's sold out. Okay, I want to buy the little tray. I want to put it on my, you know, vanity and like, ooh, so bougie. Though my essay said to me that don't do that because it's actually porcelain, and then if you put your jewelry on it, it will scratch. But it's just like I'm not scraping my jewelry on the porcelain. I'm just like placing it on top. Yeah, I do want it, but it's sold out. Everything is sold out in Singapore.
How about the leather one? Would you use a leather one, or do you really just like the intricate detail?
I
of the
like the
porcelain one?
detail. Yeah, I like the look of
detail.
it. Okay, Honey, do you find the Cartier Love bracelet scratches more when you stack it with other bracelets?
That's a question for you.
It is scratches more. No, I don't know because it's already so scratched. You know, but for what it is, I wear it all the time. I bang. I don't really manage how I put my hand on the table. I'm using the hand that controls the mouse, right? You know, I cook with this hand. I do everything. Everything. I do planks and all that. So for what it is, it's actually in good shape. It's scratched, but I don't really pay attention to the scratches. I think you can't avoid it because it is a bracelet. And yeah.
It's like a car. Once you get that big scratch, if it's a really significant scratch, you get hurt. You feel hurt. You think about it. You're trying to polish it, buff it for a while. Because I did. There was one day, I don't know why, because normally you would only scratch like the underside, right? But one time, I guess I was not paying attention and I did this and it touched the wall, right? It banged on the wall instead. So it's this side, which normally this side is the shiny side, right? Usually you don't really bang this side, more this side. Technically it should be. So there was that scratch there and I'm like buffing it. But you know what? It actually does work. Even just buffing it with your fingers.
Yeah, it does.
Or maybe I just got used to it because now I look at it, I'm like, I don't really see it, but I can find it. But I don't really see it as much anymore.
I think the scratches have all become one scratch.
Yeah.
Part of the pattern. There was once, I think, when I was wearing my JUC, similar. So I don't know what I was doing, and I went like against the wall, right? Because it's a scrape. It's not a scratch. And there was like it's like the finger marks, but like a scratch there. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And I swear I don't know where is it anymore.
Yeah. It blends in after a while.
They just all look as one. Okay, Eden. Gosh, I have bought 4 bags so far this year. 2 Chanel's, and 2 Hermes. Wow. How do you all limit yourself? I am going overboard. Yes, I know I can just stop, but how do you all do?
I
Well,
think
first I
one
don't
one easy answer. You probably have the same answer.
I'll let you
No
say it.
money.
No money, no money, no money, no honey.
No money can't buy. And also because we don't get into debt buying things. Not saying you do, but got limited resources. So I can only sell so many things.
Yeah.
Well, that's one reason.
But also I think that aside, right? That aside, let's say I do have the money to buy it. I think I don't want to bring it in because it's a lot. Like,
Mhm.
There's always this tipping point where suddenly I feel like, oh my gosh, I have too many bags.
Yeah.
There is a tipping point. Even for let's talk not about talk about bags, like for my makeup, right? Sometimes I'm just buying, and then one fine morning I'll wake up, I'll open my drawers, I was like, oh my god, I need to declutter. You reach this point where you just, what have you done, Kat? You don't need 30 lipsticks. And I go into this manic decluttering. But it's easy for makeup because I just toss the old ones. But when it comes to bags, there is that tipping point. I don't know what is the number. Sometimes it's at 10. Sometimes when I hit 15, it's at 14. So there is one point in time I just feel like I just can't. What am I doing? So maybe you're not at that point. That is okay.
Yeah. Maybe you were me 2 years ago when I was adding Chanel left and right.
And it's fine because you're okay with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're at a different point in your journey. I feel like for me, maybe to answer this question also, it's to remind myself, do I need it? And also really trying to limit duplicating styles, because duplicating a dress is not as bad. Like I said, a few $100s, still bad, but not as bad. But like, well, duplicating bags, it's a lot of money. We're in the thousands, you know?
Yeah.
So
So many ways, right? Depends on where you are in
yeah.
the journey. This is a good one, Roy. I have to put this in. It's like every time there's an item we think about, the first question is whether H has that in their collection. It's like we've created an invisible hierarchy. You spot on. Spot on. It's so terrible. And I'm sure people who are not into the H community it's like, you girls are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you so dedicated? But it's a shift because it's like you've seen the quality, you've experienced the customer service, and you just suddenly you feel like, wow, where have you been all my life?
Yeah, it is definitely I don't even think it's a mindset shift. It's more like of a discovery.
Yeah, like a discovery.
Yeah.
Correct.
Uh,
I think there will be a wall to the discovery
mm,
because they are a fashion house that is quite set in their design. So you're not going to find very, very elaborate bags there right now. I don't know in the future, but right now it's or funky clothes, or very interesting shoes, or something that maybe it's a bit more fun and flamboyant. So that if you ever, like for me, if I ever suddenly 10 years from now I decide, man, I really need something fun, you're not gonna find that at Hermes. I'm sorry, we have to probably explore somewhere else, maybe back to LV or back to Chanel, because they've got a set kind of look. But you're right, I had there is an invisible hierarchy in my head. Do you have it?
yeah, I mean, part of it is because of a goal, right? You're trying to achieve an end goal, so it's inevitable, I want to say. But at the same time, I also know that I can trust in the fact that if they have that such item, that I can count on the quality of that item as well. So as long as I like the aesthetic of it, because at the end of the day, like you said, if it's not a certain look that they cannot, if it's a certain look that they cannot achieve, then forget it. There's no question you can't go there. But as long as it's still reasonable, just to give you an example, I was looking for that baseball cap. I wanted the Chanel one for so long, but we didn't order the black color here. In fact, I don't think we even ordered that cap here. My alternative is to look elsewhere. So obviously there's LV and all these other brands, but Hermes actually happened to have that really nice one. It's a neoprene material. It looks really sleek when you are actually wearing it. It doesn't look much when you see it on the counter. Actually, it's not even on the counter, but it doesn't look like much if you're just looking at it on nobody. Once you put it on, it feels different. It looks different, and you know, the shininess of the neoprene, even just the detail of the blue elastic in the back, everything. It's just like attention to detail is so different.
It looks like a jockey hat.
Yeah.
The jockey, right? I thought it was so different. I was like, it looks like a jockey hat.
The shape is slightly more, I don't know how to say it, like more angular here, but not so much that you feel like it's too trendy. Yeah, like you said, like a jockey hat.
Love it.
Which is exactly what I was looking for. It's water repellent, it's black, it's good for my bad hair days. It's exactly what I was looking for. And it looks good. Yes.
Oh man! Well, I think we're the audience is probably like, oh man. You know, wait till Amy gets her bag.
Oh,
it'll be even more a mess.
I know. But the one thing to ground yourself is to always remind yourself to buy what you need and what you actually love. Needing, and also that you want to use right away. That's really,
I think that's really important.
Yeah. Because so far that's what we've been doing, and it's working out just fine. So,
okay, Ruksar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Do you think buying one bag that you love is better than buying a lot of practical bags that you don't like as much? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like it, why am I buying it?
I know.
Yes. Okay. Amy, how do you feel your journey is going at Hermes?
Okay. I think it's good. Like I said obviously, like I said earlier, you can only do so much, right? So you know what to do, you know sort of to spend on all categories, you know that you're most likely going to have to do at least one-to-one spend, if not more. So knowing these things, you just do it, right? Pace yourself, which is what I'm doing. I go in every month, and like I said, I don't really have like a wish list. I have an idea of what I want to look at. I tell my SA when I make the appointment, but I realized after my second appointment that most of the time they don't have any stock. So what I've ended up doing is every time I go in, I just browse whatever they have, whatever stock they have. Honestly, my SA was surprised to see that scarf inside their drawer, and I happened to be there. I picked it up. So it's kind of like that. You're just really enjoying the journey. I mean, it's inevitable that you have to do this journey. That's the rule, right? So why not just do it as naturally as you can, which is to buy what you need, and whenever the offer happens, it'll be the most ecstatic feeling that I can probably imagine, because I've witnessed it when Kat got her bag. I've witnessed it when Clara got her bag. Even when Isabel was revealing hers on YouTube, it's like every time someone reveals their bag, you can feel their joy. So I'm looking forward to that.
It will
obviously yeah, exactly, but you just don't know when, right? So you can't really do much except just do what you can do, because that's the only thing that you can control. So going crazy a little bit inside, but it is what it is.
Inside is like, where's my bag? But outside is like, can
It
I
is
look
what
at
it
the
is.
scarf, please?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But it's true. It's true. I mean, I think if you stress about it, and I think in Canada, right? Canada is also it's miles apart from
Yeah.
France, and I don't think you get a lot of
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah.
So you just have to wait, and you know, even here, you just have to wait. You don't know. You don't know, right? So
Mm-hmm. And
stress, right?
yeah,
And I think that's what you're doing, right? You're just buying things that you like. You're going in, you're checking it out.
I want to also say that it's very similar to how Chanel works. Uh,
Mm.
every single season that goes by, I will have things that I have my eye on because I'm always looking and I'm always sort of I always wish for something. Okay, so I tell my SA when the season approaches and I approximately when they will receive those items. So I tell her ahead of time. She will usually give me a pretty straight on answer. It's either I will try my best to get it for you, or the other answer is sorry, there's just too many people asking. When she says that, I already know that 99% I won't get it. That there's maybe that 1% that happened like once, I think, that she was still able to get it from me. But like 99% of the time, I just know that it means a no. So when it's a no, just like this past season, I couldn't get any bags because I wanted that little handle one. I have to wait the whole season. It's like a few months later. It's the same sort of idea. You can't force it. Like they don't have stock, they don't have stock. So you just wait for the next season. It's maybe a little different, yes, I admit, but it's almost similar in a way.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah.
So
So doing good.
doing good. I think you
Yeah.
really are doing good. You know, I mean, we can really go crazy and buy a lot of things, but you're taking your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the right way to do it. Otherwise, can be a lot. Okay, Ken, I've been shopping pre-owned sites for clothes lately. It seems more sustainable option now. What are your thoughts on the pre-owned market, and what are your thoughts on clothes and jewelry?
Mm.
We've done a few videos, like a few
Yeah.
lives regarding the pre-owned market, and I think I mean, for me, I think it's a good way to go, sustainability and all. It's just that I'm not experienced in the buying pre-owned. You can get experience by doing a lot of research and all, which I am down with when I have time. And there's also those risks, and I'm very, very risk adverse. I think it's a great way if you are, you know, in for a bargain. You have the time, the research, the tenacity to fight, you know, find the right thing, the best deal. I think it's a great place to find great deals. So for jewelry, so actually my love is pre-owned, right? My love, I got it through a recommendation from another subby who got it from this seller, and thank God it's thank God it's real, because otherwise it's like I'm so risk averse buying jewelry already. But would I do it again? Personally, unless the reseller comes highly recommended, I can see the reseller in my local, you know, local area, I think I won't go down that route. I just am so risk adverse. But sustainability is definitely an important factor. What do you
Mhm.
think?
Exactly what you said. And I feel also the only way to become an expert in anything is by trial and error.
Yeah.
And both me and Kat don't buy a ton of pre-love. We buy some, but just not a ton, especially not in clothing, in ready to wear. I know someone on this live show that is a very loyal fan of this live show. MK buys a lot of ready to wear, and he recommends it highly. And honestly, if it wasn't because of the, I'm gonna say it, of the very unreasonable duty and taxes for imports into Canada, I probably would have explored that route a long, long time ago. I just feel like I just feel like it's still too much of a risk for me because clothing is so personal. It doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. If it's not your body type, it's not. So, and then I'm not experienced enough in Chanel ready to wear because ultimately, probably Chanel is the only ready to wear that I would buy pre-love. Everything else, I'll probably just buy new. So yeah, if unless I find a local store where I can go in and try, I won't do online. But I think pre-love is, in general, is still a great, a, excellent way of shopping ready to wear, especially jewelry. Jewelry I just started, so I think you're a better.
I think jewelry,
Yeah.
if you know your jewelry, meaning you have seen it, you've tried the real thing in store, you know how it feels like, looks like, the details of fine jewelry, you can really get some good deals in the resale market. I got my love for half the price.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
But of course,
Yeah.
it's an older love, so it's
Right.
probably the same price that that person bought it for. But
Yeah.
for me, what today, the price is half.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you can definitely find some really good deals, except that you just need to be so good at spotting
Mhm.
what is authentic. And past few weeks I was looking on Instagram, I saw some Instagrammers posting, fake, is this fake or real, fake or real, bags and all. And I swear, when I look at the pictures, they're just doing a poll, I seriously thought they were real bags, but they're fake. So either I'm not used to looking at it anymore, but I could not spot flaw. So for me, who is so risk averse, I think, like what Amy said, trial and error. I don't even want to go to the error. Yeah, what are your thoughts, Ruksa? What are your thoughts on the thin JUC with diamonds? Girls, love you both. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Have you tried it?
I actually haven't.
Oh, okay.
I did try the thin without diamonds,
Yeah.
and it's nice, but I kind of like the thicker things.
Yeah, the thicker one just looks so good on you. I tried both. I tried yours, and I also tried the thin one. The thin one, I mean, it still was just my first impression. So maybe give me some more time. I'll maybe give you another opinion. But as far as first impression, just because I was just trying to go for one bracelet at that time, between the Juste un Clou and this bracelet, I much preferred this one. It just felt more substantial. And like I said in my video when I was revealing this, I just had a bit of uneasiness when she was bending it and putting it on my arm. I guess because she was doing the bending. So I'll have to go back another time because now I'm used to this bracelet a lot more now. So, and I do want to add more. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. But I do want to add more in the future. So I do like the look of it a lot. It's just a little. I'm just a bit unsure about the flimsiness for now. I have to go back and try it again, and hopefully I can do it myself next time. But even then, I still am looking at Kat's bracelet because yes, that one is double the price and it's really heavy. It's heavy. That
Heavy.
nail.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Like,
No, but that nail, like every time you move your arm, it's like hitting you. You know what I mean? It's a nail. It really is. It's something. So that will I'll need some getting used to. And I was even asking the essay, I was like, I really love the look of the solid gold. Really you just need that one bracelet. You don't need to stack. Honestly, for me, that bracelet, if I got it, I don't need to stack anything with it because it's so substantial. I was asking her if they would ever make it into a smaller size. And my essay says that she believes they will.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe by the time I'm ready to add another bracelet, they'll have more sizes available, like even smaller. Because right now, I think the smallest is 16, right?
Smallest is 15.
No, 16 for the Juste un Clou, right? Oh, 15?
15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah,
Right.
15.
So
Yeah. There is one size smaller, but because I bought 15. Yeah, I bought
Oh,
15.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the smallest. I
Yeah.
think they have 14, but it's a special order.
Special order. Okay.
Could be.
Which is probably hard to get during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they'll do a ton of transfer and stuff like that. So I have my eye on them. I do like this thin, but you just have to try it. It's so hard to tell someone if they need to get it or not, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got this comment, and I will pull it across.
Oh.
Okay, SL Chan. Purse on Fleek recent video on Hermes sparked a debate, but also saw Mel Soldera's video where she got shot down at Hermes, but she took it really well. What are your views? I watched both videos. Did you watch the video from Mel Soldera?
I didn't watch Mel's video. I didn't watch her video, but I did see her Instagram post where she revealed her bag. Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely sparked a debate. And I think it's really country specific. So I think Mel is in Canada, and
No, Australia.
Sorry, not Mel.
Mel
Both
Soldera.
Mel. Both are Mel.
Yes.
I know. Both are Mel Soldera is in Canada, Montreal.
Yes.
And I watched a video, and she shared that she went into the store to try her luck at getting a Birkin, or wait, no, she wanted a mini Kelly. Sorry, she wanted a mini Kelly, and she just wanted to try if she could walk into the store to just get a bag without any purchase history. So she was really honest, and I think that Hermes at Montreal was also very honest and said, "No, girl, no spend, no bag." in their way, basically, they just said, they did the whole take your wish list down, etc. But they were very honest, which actually surprised me because they're not usually that blunt. They don't usually tell you like, oh, you haven't been spending. But they told her that because she hasn't bought anything since years ago, she would not be in a priority to be getting a bag, which is so honest and so true. Like, if I was Hermes, why would I give you a bag when I could give Amy the bag because she's a customer currently, right? I mean, it was just honest, but I was a bit surprised that they did actually tell her. So obviously she would take it well because they're honest. If they told me the same thing, I would take it well as well. I said, thank you for letting me know and not wasting my time. I mean, Purse on Fleek has taken down her video, and I think it's a good thing for her because it's a very different experience and a different experience and a different story and a different situation for her. Hermes is a business. If you are in it, and like us, we are on that road, they want loyal customers, and you have to spend. And depending on which country you are at, maybe the spending amount quantum is also different. Australia is very, 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 very competitive. Singapore is very competitive, but I think from what I've heard and read, I think, and also Isabel has also shared, it's very, very, very competitive. It's such a different experience. I don't know. What do you think, Amy?
Well, I haven't seen Mel's video, but just based on what you said, it makes sense. They probably just haven't seen her in the store for such a long time. With Mel from Purse on Fleek, it's just kind of unfortunate how things went down. I think it's a very personal story, and it's just I just feel like it's so hard to comment because it didn't happen to me, and it's like it's really hard for anybody else to really chime in fact, I find that I really hope that there is a way that they can mend their relationship. And if not, it's fine. Like can just shop anywhere else, right? But yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, Hermes is a business. They probably are just going by who spent, like you said, who spent the most. Like even I am very self-aware that I'm not a big spender. I'm very self-aware, and I even say it on this live on my channel. Throughout the years, you have, witnessed me. I do spend on luxury, but I am still a very conscientious spender. I don't just go and buy everything under the sun. And yes, I have done mistakes of buying one too many things, which I'm trying to rectify this year. And I think I've been doing well so far. But I am still by no means a big spender. So when Hermes pulls up profiles and they're ready to offer bags, obviously they're going to go by, I think, date, but also going by spend. And so I can only hope that just by being patient and just by doing what I know I should do, which is to spend on all categories and to drop in enough times that they remember me, just being nice, polite, all those things to make to make myself memorable, even though I'm not a big spender, that they ultimately will offer me something. So that's all I can do. Like that's the only thing that I can control. So I mean, Mel Soldera could do the same thing. She could start during her journey too. Yeah, for Mel in Australia, it's just very unfortunate how things it's just probably also some miscommunication. I don't know. It's a lot of just misunderstanding. I feel it's very unfortunate. Yeah.
The debate, I think it's whether maybe it's worth spending. But from Mel Soldera's video, I guess it's she admitted in her video, she said, I'm not gonna just buy things for the sake of buying. And it's and Person Flick is also well aware that you have to buy it. So both ladies and even for us, we know that there is a game to play. You have to spend. Okay, so for Mel Soldera, she said, not gonna do it. So thank you for being honest with me. I'm taking my business elsewhere. And Person Flick, for her case, I think she was spending, but it's just an accumulation of many, many factors that just made clouded the pre-spend, because pre-spend is a known fact. I did it. You are doing it. It's just a matter of time when you are going to get your bag. I got my bag, and I feel like the element that when we shared in our Hermes Journey live stream is you have to spend in all categories. Okay.
Yeah.
All. I don't follow Mel's entire Hermes Journey hauls. I don't actually know exactly what she buys. I know she buys stuff. So how they term it in Sydney is how they term it in Sydney, right? Like, is it enough? I don't know. Is whatever she spent enough? I don't know. It's a lot, but is it enough, right?
Yeah. But even like I was saying before, as I was learning for my own journey, even between you, Clara, and my own friends, very like I knew right off the bat, fashion jewelry doesn't count, SLGs don't count, leather bags don't count. There was something else that doesn't count. Rodeos don't count. So, I mean, these are all things that everybody likes to buy because they're amazing, but because they don't count as much, like, I mean, they count, but they don't count. You know what I mean? Like
but they don't even push the needle. Like they don't. How many rodeos do you?
They're not even easy to get. They're like I've asked once. I'm like, oh, do you guys have any rodeos? Like I just asked. I don't even need it. I just asked. He's like, oh yeah, we don't really have those. It's very rare that they come in. And then I was like, oh, that's okay. I'll ask you again when I get my bag. Like that's all I said. Like I just want to match the color to my bag anyway. But like, It was more of a kind of for research purpose that I asked that. I really did not need a rodeo. I was not planning to buy one, but I just wanted to like do poking a bit just to find out for myself if it was really that hard to get. And I, whether they lied or not on the spot, whether they maybe just are not offering it to me because, I mean, why do I need a rodeo anyway? Like they're probably asking. I don't even have a bag. Why do I need a rodeo anyway? But yeah, it's you know what, Mel Soldera, she's better off buying it pre-loved. She does a lot of pre-loved buying, so she's probably better off buying pre-love. Because I remember even when she was talking about her Birkin 35, I think that's the size that she has, many, many years ago. She even said in that video before that never ever will she spend that kind of crazy money. She called it stupid money. It is, because it's a lot of money. Yeah. So chances are she's probably better off buying it pre-love somewhere else.
Yeah. So we hope we give you our thoughts on this. Yeah, definitely was an interesting week. Okay, JL, if you didn't have this free spend at Hermes, would you still buy the CDC bracelet? I guess that's for me, right?
Yeah, that's for you.
Okay. Yeah. Yes and no. Okay, yes and no. So yes, let's talk about no first. No is because I love Cartier. Okay, I love Cartier. I think Cartier does jewelry very well. You get the gold. Okay.
Yeah,
you get the gold. You get the 50 grams or no, just 50 grams. So you get the gold. Okay,
Yeah.
and I like the little bit more statement pieces. But yes, I would still buy the CDC bracelet because I am loving fine jewelry. I think eventually I would have bought it. Okay, eventually. I think my honest answer is that it would be a eventual purchase. So similar to Chanel, I bought bags, shoes, SLGs for years and years, and then finally I decided, you know what? I want to get a ring, and I bought a Chanel ring. So it's just in a matter of time that I will have bought that fine jewelry. And for LV, I never explored their fine jewelry because I have seen it. I've gone to the section and looked at it, but it just never sparked my interest. So with Hermes, I feel, and I'm honest about this, that it's definitely accelerated. But I am strategic because I know fine jewelry moves the needle. Okay, it's not your, $500 shoe. It's not that $600 bottle of perfume. It is some that would shift you further up in that pre-spend category. And yeah, and I picked the CDC bracelet because it just made more sense to me than rings. I think my stack helped me make that decision. I was getting rings already. I got the JUC ring, but I find that though I love my rings, I tend to switch my rings very often. Like every day I just look at my stack. I'm like, today I will wear you. But with bracelets, I know that it's not going to be so many. So strategically, I just went, okay, let's do this. So yeah, that's my answer. Yes and no. I mean, I think it's a matter of timing and being strategic about it.
Your answer makes a lot of sense, actually. I will echo you if I have to answer this question, because eventually you're going to buy everything under the sun at Cartier and there's nothing else to buy. And to be honest, Hermes designs are very intricate. I myself, between the Kelly and the CDC, those are pretty much their most iconic designs, for their bracelets anyway. So yeah, eventually it's just a matter of time that it just got accelerated because you had this goal, but otherwise you probably would be looking there anyway.
Yeah. I did like their necklace as well. but I thought this would be better. I don't know. Why did I pick it? I don't have the right answer. Why did I go with that instead of this other bracelet? But it made sense for that bracelet because similar to this, I thought I would stack it. I had those justifications and that thought process. But I definitely had that pre-spend in my head, lah. I have to admit that for sure. I want to move the needle. But I knew, just to add to that, I knew that after that bracelet, I would not buy anything else. Like I had like a number in my head to be at, and it was basically me saying, okay, so now I have completed my round. I'm okay to wait 1 year. I actually honestly told my essay, I said, I know I don't have money growing my shoulders. I love this and I'm okay. You just get me what I want if possible. And I'm okay to wait until I'm 40 because that was my initial plan. I swear, I don't know what I was doing. I just said, 40 is 16 months from now. I will wait. Just don't give me any other green color Birkin, okay? Give me my black one. And I was surprised. Okay, so, I guess that was a good mindset setting as well. Spend it now, just be quiet, and then just wait for the magic. Which
I
really
almost
quickly.
wonder because I would never be able to say that to my essay. I just don't have that kind of raw honesty. Like, not that I'm being dishonest, but I just can't say those things myself.
Well, I didn't say exactly like that, but I said it sort of like it was sort of like so okay, anyway, I'm traveling, so I see you in May, and then but if May got green Birkin, I don't want, and then I said, I'm okay, I'm 40 next year, so like that's it. But basically, kind of like infra sensor Bluetooth telling you like don't give me any other color.
I'm sure he really just like he probably found you really cute, and then he was able to offer it to you, so it worked out.
She's crazy. Okay, MK, do you girls think we slowed down on shopping because the pandemic has changed our priorities? Or is it because we can't dress up anymore, hence using our luxury stuff?
Huh?
Well, well, for me, I understand this as two parts. Okay, firstly, no, it did not slow down my shopping. I think last year I went emotional shopping, so I accelerated. But I think it changed my perspective because I also revisited what I had because I couldn't dress up. So I was buying things, but at the same time, while I added the new things, I added different new things, and I looked at my current bags and all. I said, you know what? I don't really want you because I'm not using you, and I actually bought you for a collector. So it's a mix of both.
Yeah. Actually, after you said it this way, because I almost thought that it slowed down shopping for me because of pandemic, but it's true, you're right. It wasn't really slowed down. In fact, I might have done more emotional shopping than I thought. Because the whole feeling up and down the whole year just made me go crazy. I do have to say that it did slow down my shopping for clothes though, just because I can't go anywhere. And so the using my luxury stuff, which I am doing right now with my fine jewelry, that actually makes me really happy because I really do see it now, and I really do agree that my bracelet, among all things, even my ring, I don't have it right now, but like even my Justin Clue ring, the really thin one, is really comfortable to even wear it all the time. Actually, it's in my kitchen. I took it down because I was washing stuff. It's in the kitchen right now. So yeah. Yes, it slowed down, but not really.
Yeah.
In a way.
I think
It
for
definitely
some people really
Mm,
slowed down. Some people really just said, I'm not buying anything. And I really respect that because I think
yeah.
I went on the other on the other direction. Like, ooh, let's go.
But I think for 2021, I feel like I'm slowing down because
Mm,
uh obviously I am spending money still and I am buying things because of a goal, but I feel like I'm still slowing down because before I felt like I was buying just to have it. I'm like so afraid that if I don't get it, I won't get a chance to buy it and then there will be price increases, or maybe if I want it, I have to find it pre-loved, like from not from consignment necessarily, but from like resellers and paying a lot more, like all those fears. But I was just accumulating and not using the items. So I feel like if I compare to that journey, I am slowing down. Does it make
yeah.
sense?
No,
Yeah.
it makes sense. I feel like this
Mm.
year I'm also slowing down. It's I wasn't as crazy last year. Like everything last year, I was like, oh, I want this, I'll get
Mm.
this, get that. But this year it's sort of like, holding back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back happy. I just saw Caitlin Pulowski's customer service survey results. I'm not surprised Chanel was worse and Dior was best. How come people tolerate bad service for such expensive items? Thoughts? I did not watch did not see this survey from Caitlin. Um, yeah, Chanel does, it's quite subjective. Like if you have a good
Yeah.
essay, it could be Chanel, it could be a bad essay at Dior. I've had bad essays at Dior before. Not bad, but sort of a bit like indifferent. They're like, like that.
Mm.
They have, it's not all always the best. But why do we tolerate bad service?
I don't
Why
know
to be
if
abused?
I I wonder. I feel like maybe because the trend is that so chances are, if you're someone who doesn't shop there and you walk into a Chanel store, chances are you will encounter a bad essay more than you encounter a good essay. So I don't completely agree that it's all the time, that it happens all the time, because I have decent essays. So I cannot say that's true for me, but I do see that Dior in general, the feeling that you get is that in general, no matter which Dior store you go into, it's the opposite. You get more good essays than bad essays. So you get bad essays, but you get more good essays than bad essays, just because the way they're trained to welcome their customers and to show their customers and to educate them. Because I feel like even if you're a new shopper, it's their job, especially if you're a new shopper, it's their job to educate you about the brand and to show you different things, so that the potential of you becoming a long-term loyal customer is, then they can keep you and then like serve you, and hopefully you spend a lot of money with them. Not sure why Chanel does it the other way around. Maybe because they actually have too many customers and they don't need the marketing. Like they don't need that strategy because people will go there anyway. Actually, I think that is the reason. People will buy a Chanel bag anyway because they want it, no matter the bad customer service. Does that make sense? Um, I don't know that I tolerate bad service. I feel like if I had bad service, I will withdraw myself and find someone else. That's always been how I've been. But I also am aware that even with my own essay, which she's a decent, good, honest essay, even I know that she has her own limitations just because of stock and just because she has so many clients. There's so much demand. She can only do so much, right? So it's not so much that I tolerate bad essays or bad um, customer service. It's just because I also understand their situation. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Demand is higher than supply.
Yeah.
Can't
So
change that.
it's a situation of like, I mean, she's just there to work, right? So what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are actually fine. We'll extend a little bit because I
Sure.
think we've got if you guys are okay, we'll extend a little bit because we have a lot. Anyway, it's a public holiday, right?
Oh, is
May
it?
Day. Well, I don't know. Labor Day in Singapore.
Okay.
Okay, we'll extend a little bit. I'm trying to go from bottom up now, just to make
Mm.
sure I can get as many questions. We'll answer a little quicker. So Nur Barakat, since both of you girls are devoted Chanel customers, seeing that Chanel is heading towards the Hermes style of spending and waiting list, how does that make you feel about the brand? You know what? I'll say this first, but I think they've always been doing it,
Yeah.
right? They've always been. It's just that it's a silent,
Yeah.
and it's the same as the VIPs get the bags first. And they're trying to make their classics to be like the Birkins. They could, maybe in a few years, it could be as covered, it could be as difficult and as impossible and has to be offered to you. Well, good on them. They should have done it a long time ago because it's a fantastic marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm. And it works.
And it works.
Yeah. I think to echo what I said earlier, yes, I agree that they have been doing that already, except that there are exceptions. Like if you are if you're just a pleasant, nice, easy to deal with client, once in a while they will give you that hard to get item.
Yeah, like
that's how I got my stuff.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's just maybe they don't have a specific bag, but
Mhm.
every season there is a coveted item. Look at the caramel bag. Like,
Yeah.
VIPs got it first, okay?
Mhm.
Or you're either the VIP or you're the person in front of the store at 6 o'clock in the morning. They'll give you one or two on the floor, but most of the bags are probably pre-booked with essays that are also trying to grab it for their VIP customers. So they do it. It's just that it's maybe not as blatant as Hermes, but it's an amazing strategy lah. Okay, so Kelly, and I saw a few, so we're just gonna come back to this. And I'm gonna go pull out so many. So any thoughts on the purse on fleek? We already shared. And I'm gonna just say that I'm very glad that Mel, purse on fleek, has taken it down. We in the luxury community, especially the one that goes into the H journey, I think we know that it's a tough journey. It's painful, it's stressful, it's a lot of money to spend. And it doesn't matter if she's spending 10,000, 1,000, it's still a lot of money to spend, right? It doesn't matter. People are saying like 27,000 over 2 years is not a lot of money. Still a lot of money. Okay, it's a lot of money. It's stress on her. But, from an outside perspective, people watching the video who don't know this journey, who don't know the Hermes journey, they may not be so kind to her. So whatever it is, glad she's taken it out. It's better for her also. So that's my thoughts. Amy, you've got anything to add?
Well, I mean, the internet is just a crazy place. Even we posting regular content, we get I want to say occasional, but it's not just occasional. We get the very frequent trolls and just crazy people commenting, and even as it is. So yeah, I agree with you. It's like I said, unfortunate that this happened, but glad that she decided to take it down in the end, because otherwise, I mean, I can't even imagine if like going crazy reading just like the stuff. I'm sure a lot of it was okay and constructive, but it's never, I mean, dealing with interpersonal situations is never easy, even as an everyday life person with your own employer or friends or whoever. But to put it in a public platform, it's only going to add her to her own stress. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like I said, hopefully time passes by, things can just get
back to
resolved.
normal.
Yeah. Or maybe, I don't know. Like I honestly don't know. It's so personal. You have to really deal with it on your own way, and also find a resolution, hopefully peacefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully
the
time
internet
will
is
heal.
very, very unkind. Okay, the internet is a very unkind space. No, we love our Luxees. You guys are really wonderful. Just supportive. But aside of all, which even Mel said, her long-term subscribers support her. But hidden in that hay of subscribers are people who actually have no filter, who are unkind, and also maybe just trolls. Just trolls. And
Yeah.
she doesn't need that, right? Not when, you know, yeah, she just doesn't need it. So I'm glad she took it down. This we know, right? We know the Hermes journey it sucks.
It's
It sucks.
stressful. Yeah.
It's stressful. It sucks. It's a lot of money. You don't know when you're gonna get your bag. Whatever you spend on, really. After I spent my last bomb, okay, I felt it. I felt like, okay. So, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? Okay, what are we gonna do now? What do we do? What do we do? We just wait. Okay, we wait. And for me, I had my hands tied a little bit because I was traveling and all that. So in a way, my mind was settled. Like I just didn't have a choice in the situation. But there was that accumulation of like, where's my bag? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. For you, you had a bit of distraction, so that helped.
Yeah.
Plus it worked out anyway, but I can only to speak to my own experience. I'm usually a pretty patient person. Okay, I think I am, but
You are.
Yeah, even I feel the stress. I feel the I am spending a lot of money. Granted, I am spending on things that I love and I'm using, so it's fine. But I am still spending a lot of money, and I
It is
do
a
have an
lot.
end goal. Yeah, I do wish for something to come out of it. I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't just go in every month. I could go like maybe every few months to buy a few things that I like, but like this is being very strategic of me to go in every month and to visit my SA once every month so that he doesn't forget me.
Yep.
But it is a very stressful journey. So again, just if you guys are going through the same journey, remind yourself all the time that you can only control what you can control, which is your own actions and your own spending and your own emotions to a certain point. Let whatever is supposed to happen on their side happen. Then it will just feel very natural. And I'm saying that as if I'm an expert, but I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to remind myself that every day, every time I go crazy, speak to your friends. Like, I chat with, like, I would just message Kat, Clara. I'm like, oh, I'm going crazy. Like, they'll calm me down. It'll come. Like, just sometimes encouragement, also words of encouragement. And just yourself knowing that it's an eventuality. Like, why would they not offer it to you if they can? That's what I'm asking myself too. Like, they would. So if they don't have stock, they just don't have stock. So you just wait.
Yeah. Actually, even for me, my essay said, yeah, can. And I was like, really? Okay.
That's nice.
We got a deal.
Yeah.
And I was prepared. And it's not that I was going there to buy random things. Granted, I did say that the CDC it accelerated. But I actually love everything that I got. I wanted to try ready to wear. I wanted to try my shoes. What else did I buy? Shoes. I want shoes. And I really like it. The more I start to like put my toes into that Hermes ocean, maybe it's a lake. It's not an ocean. It's like a lake. There are more things to see, right? But eventually, I'm going to touch the whole lake. I will swim across it, and there's nothing left. But it's buy things that you want to use. Don't stress your essay out.
And like a lot of times I feel bad for them too, because there were so many things I wanted in my size, like the shoes that's still not my size, but they don't have it. They can't do anything about it. So all I can do is like wait till they have the size. And if they still don't have the size and it's completely sold out and they can't do any transfers because of COVID, next season there will be more shoes.
Forget it.
Yeah. Or buy what else. That's why I keep saying now I don't even bother texting what I want to look at. I just go. Whatever they have left in the store, that's what I browse. It's true. It is. And it's actually less stressful for me too. because I don't have to be disappointed every time they don't have something I want.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like the Tweelies.
Yeah.
Tweelies in Singapore. Oh my god, it is a dry spell. And
Mhm.
I'm giving up. I'm saying, forget it. All right, just forget it. I don't need a Tweelie. I actually don't need a Tweelie, but I do want a yellow one. My poor essay is like, that's all we have. I was like, dude, what is this? And even he can laugh. But if I continue to say, where the heck is the Tweelies? They can't do anything. Their hands are dry. There's
Yeah.
nothing to do with them, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so
At least your bag is black, so it won't get dirty anyway. It can't get more dirty than black.
oh
so.
my god! You know what? That's the exact same thing that he said to me. He's like, "Your bag is black, what?" So even if it's dirty, it will be okay. I was like, he laughed. Okay, anyway, in the midst, how do you take care of nylon bags in white?
You can't.
You can't.
You can. You just have to baby it when you use it and spot clean it whenever something happens. But over time, just because white fabric also turns yellow over time, you can't prevent that. But yeah, spot cleaning and just being careful in general. That's how you use it because it will turn yellow.
Yep.
So
That you can't avoid.
Yeah.
Don't carry pens in your white bag because if you get a white mark on your nylon, say goodbye, buy a new one. We're honest, right? Nylon white. Yeah, just you can't, but you just have to be more careful. Okay, I'm gonna quick a little bit. Shanna, anyone know if Chanel's price is increasing? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care.
I feel like they would probably just do it when the new collection comes out, isn't it? Isn't it that's how it happens usually? Not sure about 21A whether things will go up yet.
Okay, I think this is a comment I feel sums up everything that we were saying. Game is a gamble, and your essay is most important. Absolutely. I'm sorry I don't read Chinese, but yes.
大口仔.
Okay. Big what?
大口仔. 大口仔. 大口仔 is his or her name.
Which means big something.
Big mouth person. Big mouth someone.
Good one. That's cute. Yeah. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. And your essay is extremely, extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's another one. People who are interested in VCA, there's a price increase coming in Singapore on the 11th of May. If it's worldwide, check your essay.
Yeah, check with your essay. 5/11, okay. Less than 2 weeks from today. Not that I'm buying anything, but whatever.
Yeah. This is one that I saw going around, and I think Amy, you saw it as well. Shanna, what do you ladies think of the new Chanel Authenticity, which will be a chip going forward, and the consumers can't even see the chip? I think there'll be more fakes and more genuine.
It's apparently from 21A going forward, every bag will be with the new chip, and then there will be a serial number on the chip. So like you get the CC logo, and then you'll get a serial number, and that whole plaque is a chip inside. I don't know if it will actually make fakes more genuine. I think there is definitely going to be a learning curve because everyone's going to have to learn about what that serial code means. And I guess every time you need to read the chip, you have to go to a store. And even if they will do it for you, like will they actually read it for you if you just drop in? Probably not. But if you go in for a repair, then of course they will verify it, right? So there's definitely going to be a learning curve. As far as if it's going to make it easier to make fakes, what do you think? Maybe, but like it doesn't mean that you...
they're fake authenticity cards already.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's just literally putting the number on the bag now.
Yeah.
And... Well, I feel like it's a pro and con. Like, it's good now because I don't have to worry where the stupid card is. Like, I'm losing my card or misplacing it. Like, oh no, my card now, my bag is, I can't sell it for whatever price because I can't find a card to match that little tag that's stuck in the cellophane tape at the side of the bag. You know, that kind of like tag there. Now it's imprinted on my bag and I know there's a chip. Feel like that's a good thing. Will there be more fakes? You know, I don't
Probably
think so.
the
I think that
same.
it's same.
Yeah.
Same.
Because you don't just verify the bag via the chip. You still have to look at the stitching, the symmetry, like all the little details of the bag, even like the texture of the leather, all those things. You still have to look at those things to authenticate a bag. And obviously, in the past, well, currently, you still have to look at the authenticity. Little tag inside the bag to see if the fonts are correct, if the little holograms are there. Those are one way of doing it. It's not the only way. So it's probably the same, but maybe harder to authenticate. That's true. I don't know. No, it's still the same. Still the same. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, when they start rolling it out, then we'll see the fakes coming along. Then we'll know.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemlin, if you could do a special order, what would you pick? I may have a chance soon. Wow! Wow. Congrats.
Yeah.
I would pick I would pick a unique color. That's for sure. Unique as in I have to like it, of course. It will match my wardrobe, but I will pick a color that is not common, like doesn't come out very regularly, not really seasonal color. If it matched contrast stitching, I would do it. But that's about it. I won't go crazy colors. I know like some people would do like 4 or 5 colors on their bag. I don't think I would do that, even though it's a special order. Still go with something quite solid in color. How about you? Just dreaming right now, of course.
Oh my gosh. I guess, assuming I already have my Birkin, probably go for a Kelly since if I already have a Birkin, I would go for a Kelly. And I heard that it's harder to get soulier. In general, it's harder to get offered a soulier. So I might just go that route just because it's harder to get. And color-wise, you know what? I'm so undecided for colors because I get that hard to get colors, like the seasonal colors are really pretty, but I almost wonder if I'm gonna wear the bag. Like I don't know, because I mean every color of my bags are the same: black, gray, red. I have a blue. That's it. So what color should I? I mean, brown is LV canvas, but like what other color should I get? I don't know.
Emerald green. No, but you gotta pick a color that goes with your whole aesthetic as well, right? And you're comfortable to use it.
Yeah.
So that would be very important.
So maybe it's more about the leathers, maybe leathers that they don't offer as often, stuff like that. And maybe like contrast stitching, like you said, and maybe a different color interior. It's just things that are hard. You would normally not be able to come by if you just get offered it. Probably.
Yeah.
It's too far along. It's too far away. I can't imagine yet.
I don't even know if it'll ever come, but yeah, okay. I should ask my essay when the next time I say, you say, how will I get a? He'll say, you got to spend 5 times. I'll die for you. You have to forget it. Forget it. They're not that honest, but I'm just saying. Okay, I think we'll take this as the last question. Ruxa, stuck between Chanel Trendy CC and a Coco handle, which would you choose at first?
$1 million question. $1 million question, because it's funny because I just sold my pink Balmain jacket to a local subscriber, and she was asking me, she's like, oh, I want to ask you about the trendy CC, should I get it? And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to tell you if you should get it? Because I was like, oh, okay, can you tell me which but hi, by the way, if you're watching, Simi. So she has a jumbo. That's what she told me. And then she has LV bags. So my answer to her was, okay, because she carried the Pochette Métis on the day I met her. And so I said, okay, well, the 2 bags look similar, right, shape-wise, but they carry very differently. Your Pochette Métis, you're gonna like, you stuff it, you run with it. Like it's very, very carefree in a way, canvas. You're going to want to baby the trendy CC a little bit more. You're gonna wear a coat that has no zippers, and you're not gonna take it out when it's really raining outside, because that's what you do with lambskin. So in a way, I love my trendy CC because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It feels very luxurious. It's soft, but it's not gonna be your rugged carry every day. Don't have to worry about bag. It's the opposite, and it looks big, but it doesn't carry that much. You don't want to stuff it. You don't want to stuff it to the point where you makes the flap like, like just more stuff on one side than the other. You don't want to do that to lambskin. You don't want to deform it. So the $1 million question between Coco Handle and trendy, I feel like with Coco Handle, you can get away with more roughness, except for the corners. Corner, there's no way because they are sharp. So aside from the corners, because it's a caviar and it's pretty sturdy as a bag in general, you can get away with a bit more roughness. So maybe as a first bag, I would say go for that. However, I still love the trendy CC. I have it now. I just feel like I cannot live without one either. Good luck.
Until you get your Kelly.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. As of today.
Okay. All right, we are 16 minutes out. We're so wow. Thank you so much for all the questions. I got one more comment here. We got to look at this. Holly, a Barbie pink Birkin 30. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that would be a good one to get.
That would be a nice color, actually. Yeah. Pink. Actually, pink. Yeah, coming back to Gemma. Pink would be a good color. Rose Sakura. Okay.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much to all our Luxees. Remember to subscribe to both our channels. Next week will be on Amy's, and we'll have another topic for all of you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great weekend. Bye.